Today's episode is brought to you by Honey. Honey is here to save you money. Also, today we're brought to you by Hellofresh. I got a new Hellofresh order coming, and I want to talk about it because I'm, really excited. Anyway, we'll get to that as well. Now let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghosts and Crendor.
Ghosts and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up next Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ghosts and Crendor in the morning. Yes. Crendor. I think I'm stressing. I think I'm freaking out.
Why are you freaking?
I don't know that I've ever experienced anxiety before, but I feel like this must be what it feels like. Because I have this I'm very tense as of late, and I constantly feel like I'm forgetting something. And I know I'm not, but I always feel like I'm one step behind where I should be. And then today I realized I got a letter in the mail that was from the U.S. government, and it said, hey, we noticed you haven't cashed or used your stimulus card. We noticed you haven't used it. And I was like, wait, what? They sent me a card? They didn't just direct deposit it? So I had to go to my bank account. So I went to my bank account, looked there, no direct deposit. I was like, wait, I thought they direct deposited it. So I thought everything was fine. So now I was like, all right, so I got a card at some point? And this was not the most recent one. We're talking about the OG one.
Oh, the one that was months and months
ago.
the
$600 one. And so I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, your new one will be available on that card. I'm like, what? So I went through piles of paperwork that I had set aside to file later after the move. I was like, all right, because I've been very good about keeping paperwork, but the problem is that as I keep it, I discover I have things from 2012 and I'm not sure I need them. So I pulled a bunch of all the paperwork out and started separating it. It's one of my many tasks I'm doing. And I'm trying to figure out what I need to actually keep and what I can just get rid of, right? I imagine 2012 I'm safe from having to taxes that the IRS can't come for 2012, right? I don't know. So I'm going through now I have piles of paper, and then this morning I just destroyed all those piles trying to find a card. And I'm like, I don't see a card. So now I'm stressing about a card I've never seen. Don't know what it looks like except for the photo they sent in the letter. So now I kind of have an idea that it looks like a little credit card thing. I'm like, of course, it has to be around here somewhere. I'll just find it. I've been going through, ripping apart my apartment trying to find this damn thing. I don't know where it's at. So now I'm adding that compounded on top of all the other things I'm trying to do. I've got so much, just normal daily work. Add that on. Plus, now I again, let me just stress. I feel like I'm always a little behind where I need to be. And that just added to it. So now I'm like, all right, well, I'll get to that later. And what that means, I did one search today. When me saying I'll get to that later, what that means is 2 weeks from now, I'll remember that it was the thing I needed to find. And I'll be like, oh no. And then I'll be totally lost again and stressed because that's how my mind works. I am like that dog. I focus on the squirrel in front of me and I'm like, all right, I got to get this squirrel finished. And I go squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. And I move from thing to thing to thing. And I need someone to literally just be like, actually, you need to do this first or do this first or do that. I will be like, yeah, all right. I'm going to work out later today, but first I need to work on this thing. And then 15 hours will go by, and I'll be like, it is 12:30 at night. I don't know that I can work out this late. I won't be able to go to bed. And then I'll be like, I'll work up first thing in the morning. And then I'll wake up in the morning and be like, all right, I'm going to go work out. Then I'll go upstairs, make coffee, and I'll get ready to work out, and then something will happen. And I'll squirrel and get distracted by something else. And then a whole day will go by. And I'll be like, well, that was a mess. I guess and that is constantly my life right now. It's only gotten worse. I'm just distracted by everything. And I think it's in order to keep my mind focused on something so I don't go crazy. Is that anxiety?
It does sound like at least a strain of anxiety. Because I mean, there's different types of anxiety. It sounds like you just have work anxiety as like your number one thing. Because it's like you always have work as your like priority. Like you're like, oh, I can't work out. I gotta work. I can't do this. I gotta work. There's work to be done. Like me, I don't do that. I'm like, there's work, but like I gotta work out, man.
Yeah, look, I get it. But you're always that like, hey, it'll get done, dude. I'm not even worried. And I'm over here just like, I don't think it'll get done. If I don't do it, it won't happen.
I was the person that like did everything last minute in school, and then some things I wouldn't do, and then I had to do them like after the deadline for like half credit. That was me. Which, you know, it's probably not good, but
it's not good, but it's no better than me who would know what needed to get done, but had so much stuff built up before it that I had to save it for the last minute because I had other things to do beforehand. The other day, Kristen posted a thing about like, you should take time off of work. And you know, not being at work is important. And like having life is important. I was like, are you saying you're not working hard enough? I was like, Kristen, what are you trying to tell me? Do I need to make you do more things? That's where I'm at mentally.
Like when you say like work stuff, are you like, is this something you have to like when you say like I sit down and do something for 12 hours, like are you just editing a video? Or are you like what are you doing?
Like I will know I need to do a thing, and then I'll get caught up in one thing, and then something else will happen, and then something else will happen, and then I'll like maybe, you know, I'll take a break and like eat lunch and like reassess the day and be like, okay, I need to do this, and I'll like eat my lunch. I'm like, all right, great, let's go do this thing, and I will start on the task that I think is like the one I can get done immediately, and I'll finish it and be like, that was awesome. All right, what's next? And then I'll try to move on through things during the day, but like other things will happen. Other things will pop up. Like I'll get a message from Crendor, hey, do you want to do the podcast tomorrow? And I'll be like, yeah, okay. And then the thing that I planned for tomorrow, I'll totally forget until right before, you know, like that kind of stuff.
I got you now. All right.
There's just so many, it's a spider web of a million things that I have 2 different calendars, and I have to keep updating the calendars all the time. And I think, I think like, okay, I'll do this, and I'll work on this, and I'll fix this, right? But also then, for example, I'll get a video edit from a big project, and I'll have to watch that video and then give notes. And that could take who knows how long. And then I'll send that off. And then I'll be doing something else. Then suddenly I'll get like a thing for this video game I'm working on. And then I have to start planning, you know, review stuff. Just there's so much things that come in during the day. And it isn't just like, you know, the old days where we were just, yo, what brand deal do I have to do? I'll do that brand deal. Okay, that was great. And move on. It's like every day there's something new. And I think it's fun and fascinating. And no day is boring. But I'm always one step behind. And it's slow. It like is a constant wait. And I always am just like, all right, today is the day I clear my email. And I'll go to my email and I'll clear my email. And then I'll be like, oh no, I forgot the 8 other things I have to do today. Oh my God. So now, you know, like that. It's just, there's so much. There's so much.
I mean, it sounds like there's too much. I would axe some of those things.
You'd be correct. It's why I don't do daily Let's Play videos anymore.
I guess that's true. That's why you got rid of that. But then, like, I don't know. There's like, I feel like I don't know enough to like understand. Like to me, I'm like,
a real talk. In a perfect world, I just need like a girlfriend who is also. That's a weird way to start that. Who is also like in charge of my shit, right? Like like a really strong dom. Someone just come in and be like, do this, and I just do it, and I don't have to really think.
You just don't want to think.
But like, I compartmentalize, and not thinking is very easy for me. I can shut that off. When I think about work, I become a ball of stress. That's the problem.
Welcome to my life. Except not about work, just about in general. But it's one of those things where I can't relate. I get like spurts of that, but like I'm definitely the complete opposite.
In what way? I don't know that I believe you.
Like
I don't know that I believe you.
Like if I had multiple things to work on and they didn't have to get done right away, and someone's like, hey, can you get these numbers for the thing? I'm gonna be like, yeah, I mean, I gotta work out, and then I probably gotta stream. Maybe I'll work on a thing, and then I'll do the numbers, and then I just don't. And then I guess a few days later, I'm like, oh yeah, the numbers.
Yeah, I was about to say, if anything, we're the same person for different reasons.
Yeah. But at times, I'm like, I get like, I like flip the switch. I'm like, all right, now I really got to get stuff done. And that's where I go like full work mode. And then I get it all done, and then I like flip the switch back off. And I'm like, all right, back to normal.
But like your normal is different from my normal. My normal is me and then people who I employ. And I'm always worried, like, am I giving them enough to do? Is the project they're working on fun? Am I paying them enough? Is anyone going to leave for any reason? Do I just...
This is why I don't hire anyone. There's people being like, looking for editor, looking for this, looking for that. And then every time there's like, God, the editor's just not doing things on time. They're not doing it right. I'm like, listen, the amount of time it takes to look for an editor, do this shit, I'll just do it myself. I don't care. Plus, then it keeps my style.
If you hired an editor, I don't know what that would look like.
That's what I'm saying. I can't do that. But I feel like just in general, like the people that hire editors, it has this sort of soulless kind of formulaic appearance to it.
Here's what I'll say. I challenge a listener. Because one thing I'll say, hiring editor is one of the best things I ever did.
Well, you do like... You're like, I play this game for 10 hours. Here's footage. It's like, I feel like it's different.
I challenge our viewers, listeners, whoever you are. Whoever you are. Will you give them permission to go to one of your streams and edit a stream into a video?
Sure.
Great. Done. I challenge the people of the world. If you want to go edit a video together, upload it to YouTube, link it to myself and Crendor on Twitter. Like, I want to see what people think your style is.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to see that.
I would love to see that. You know what? I feel like that's a great contest for us.
Yeah, it is a good contest.
I've got a bunch of stuff I can just give away. What if we, I just want like to see what people would create for you in your style. Like the Crendor editing challenge.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's good. I'm on board.
Yeah, we'll like work out the details later, but you guys should definitely get on that.
Yeah.
Like go to one of his videos and just, edit a video together and do it in a way you think is just like Crendor. And who knows what could happen?
Who knows?
Probably nothing, but we'll watch them.
Most likely nothing, but they will get watched. Possibly.
Yeah, we'll watch the hell out of them.
So yeah, I don't know. It's there's like usually what I do schedule wise, my best way of getting things done is I have like an open-ended schedule. And so
I'm well aware.
So like what I do is I write down all the things I have to get done on like a whiteboard, and then when I do it, I check it off, and I can do it at any time in the week. And then I'm like, all right, got that done for the week. And then also on my phone, I just like will write down little like things I got to do, like get groceries, do this thing. It's like a things to get done for the day type of thing. So I got like 2 lists, but they kind of just constantly are changing. And I'm just, if I get to like some day in the week and I haven't done enough, I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to do some more stuff today. And then I get them done. And I'm like, nice, all right. Or I can get them done early. And I'm like, all right, I don't got as much to do.
But you're also kind of like an island. You're like I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like you're like the Fiji of of entertainers. But you don't really you don't need anybody else really. You can just do it all by yourself if you wanted to.
I mean, that is true.
You've got your water that you sell, and that's it.
Well, what are things you need other people for? Is it strictly just like video series?
No, I mean, so I have an inherent problem saying no. I'll just get caught up in things over the course of the week. I'll have my schedule. I'll have all these other things I say yes to. I'll try to incorporate it into my schedule. I'll realize I'm low on time. I'll feel like I have responsibilities to get X video up or stream this game, and I'll just try and do them all. And in the end, I'm doing everything for everyone else.
Me, it's like 2 to 3 hours I'll stream. Maybe 4 if I'm going crazy. But that's usually it. Honestly.
What? Again, you are like an island. You're an island nation, a small island nation. You function in ways that I simply don't know how to.
But like, what if instead of streaming 3 to 4 hours, you stream 2 to 3 hours, and then you just exercise?
Look, I agree. I agree.
But you don't agree because you're
I
not doing it.
Actually, no, you're right. But I'll plan it. Like, I'll plan it. I'll be like, okay, so I'm going to stream till 5, and when I'm off streaming, I will go exercise. And then I will stream. The minute the camera goes down, I will literally slump down in my chair. Because when I stream, I have I'm going to say excellent posture. Except sometimes I lean forward to speak into the microphone. But my back and everything, I am up straight. My chair is like, it has no lean going on. It is designed to, I'm just up
Bob
straight.
and Brad would be proud.
Exactly. Trying to keep good posture for that stream, because I know that if I slouch, I'll be a mess. And so I will, when it's done, I'll just go, ugh, and decompress in my chair and just sink into it. And I don't know. There was one time recently I just fell asleep at my computer desk for 20 minutes and popped awake oh, what happened? It sometimes, I don't know, man. I will be yeah, I'll definitely do that, and then just not.
What if before you
Boy,
stream
am I.
you exercise?
I would love to do that too. I'm full of excuses of why I'm fat, but it's not something that I don't understand. It's just that every time I want to, I'm just oh, there's so many other things I have to do. And in my mind, I'm if I could clear those other things off the plate, then I would have that free time in my life to get that stuff done. But every time that I feel like I have free time for something, it turns out I am missing my stimulus check or some nonsense. Something else will happen, and I'll be no! It's just, it's never ending. Crendor, it's never ending. Can I tell you, let me just explain this to you.
All right.
I have a note on my desktop right now, 1 to 4 p.m., Gallery 1988, Melrose Avenue, Los Angeles, California, phone number, and it's hey, you can come pick up this thing from 1 to 4 p.m. That note has been there since last July. I don't know if that thing's still there. It was a poster they wanted me to get, and I was yeah, all right, I'll come check it out. That was last July.
But then,
Couldn't tell you if it's there anymore.
So it's but that's still a priority.
I was I don't prioritize this over anything, but I wanted, but it exists, and this all stems from the fact that I always feel I need to complete everything once I set out to do a thing. If I say I'm going to do it, I want to complete it. But I feel bad being you know what? Nah. Right? I don't want to, I don't need to go to Gallery 1988. But I have the note still on my desktop saying that, you should go there. Check it out. Still there. Still there. I should delete it. But I'm what if one day I need that information? This is why I'm getting rid of physical things in my life. My mental stuff is too much. It's too much. I can't deal with it.
It's I got anxiety about stuff, but not the things you get anxiety about. You've got full blown schedule, work, productivity anxiety.
Every day I get messages dude, when are you going to do another Star Wars New Canon book club? And I'm I Literally don't have the time. Plus, I have to schedule around Alex's schedule and Davis's schedule. And Davis is gone 3 days a week. And Alex is working with Gerard most of the week. So our time frame is very small. And if I schedule with them, then I can't schedule Scary Game Squad. And if I, like, it's that kind of thing. Where I'm just, like, constantly managing flows of information. And then I am all these people on the outside, like, where's this? What's happening with this? Why didn't you finish Skyrim? I didn't finish Skyrim, literally. And this is why I never finish games. I can never finish games. Because I'm like, the amount of time required to get... I mean, listen to me, Crendor. Listen to me. I'm going crazy.
I'm listening. This is like a therapy session.
And then, oh my God. And then, let me tell you, this is another thing.
All right.
In the parking garage of my apartment complex, this dude parked his 2 ski-doos on a big ski-doo trailer next to the wall, right? And that wall is, like, the parking spaces are not big enough for this trailer that he parked. So every car next to his has to park a little further over, which puts them into the next parking space. And it's created a domino effect all the way down to my parking space. So the person who parks next to me parked so close, for 2 days I couldn't leave the apartment complex. I had to call the apartment people and be like, someone tow something because I can't get in my car. And finally they resolved it. But it's like that kind of thing. Like those little... like that. Like the little...
They keep poking you.
Driving me... Oh, just poking me. And I'm just like, I'm going to snap. And this is... I understand why people are like at Popeyes fist fighting with other people over a chicken sandwich right now. I get it. I understand why there's like freakouts in the middle of the street. I get it. I get it. See, I would go freak out in the middle of the street, but I can't drive anywhere.
See, now, my, let's see, what have I been doing? I think,
what have you been doing?
This week I made a video that parodied other videos. I hadn't even seen anyone do something like, there's all those clickbaity titles like 25 things you need to know about this thing. So with Burning Crusade Classic, there's a lot of like 10 tips to figure out how to play Burning Crusade Classic, get back in the blood. And I was like, what about things you don't need to know? And so I made 14 things you don't need to know about Burning Crusade Classic.
And what? Give me number one.
Number one was that. Here you go. Here's a little
teaser.
Little teaser here. Number one is that the horde skinning trainer in Thrallmar is named Murutu.
You're right. That is the least worth knowing.
Exactly. There's 13 more of those. So
I mean, if anything, you have that corner of the internet on lockdown. Like, you really control that things you don't ever need to know segment of the internet.
Yeah, so I mean, my plan...
I already forgot his name. Magutu? What the hell is his name?
Murutu.
Oh, is he a Tauren?
Yes. So
do you think that's offensive to Taurens when their kids are named Moo?
I don't know.
That'd be like calling you like Human Eric.
I mean, they're the ones that name their kids.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird though.
It is kind of. Well, it's like a sound they make. It's
not
like
all right.
What
That'd be like calling you hey Eric.
It'd be more like
Yeah, Eric.
And there's probably some people who'd be like, so yeah, I made that. That was fun. Mm-hmm. Played some Blood Bowl, played some Banjo-Tooie. Almost done with that game. Couldn't beat the final boss. Gotta do that next Tuesday. Got scheduled my shot for Tuesday. So I'm getting that. And then, oh my God, I forgot about the Five Guys guy.
What?
So, after the gym one day, I was like, I'm going to get a Five Guy. Because I've been eating at home a lot. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll eat out. Because, like, I looked at the thing, didn't get any fries. Just got the the burger, no grilled mushrooms. That's a lot of sodium in there, right? So I was like, all right.
And the mushrooms?
Yeah. It's
Wait,
like 150 milligrams of sodium in the grilled mushrooms.
What do they just salt the mushrooms and throw them on the grill?
I guess. But the grilled onions only had like 10. So I don't know what they're doing to those
I would
mushrooms.
never. Maybe the mushrooms are like in a salt brine. I don't.
Yeah,
I would
it's gotta be
never.
something.
I would never get the mushrooms anyway. But like, it's weird that the mushrooms are the ones that are gonna get you.
So anyway, I'm like, all right, I order online. I go to pick it up. I walk in. There's like another guy waiting, the people making the food. The guy waiting, he reminded me of like, do you remember the guy that ate the Five Guys burger years ago and was like, damn.
How can I forget?
He looked like that guy, but like 75. And
Oh, maybe.
so,
Could have been that guy. It's been a rough year.
so yeah, like, all right. And then he goes, they're like, here's your order, sir. And he's like, give me ketchup. I need a lot of ketchup. And they're like, all right. They just put a bunch of ketchup in. They're like, is that good? And he's like, napkins too. I get messy. And they're like, all right. So they put a bunch of napkins in. And he looks to all of us and goes, wait a second. How many burgers is you making? And then the guy was like, these are just for like a pickup order. It was like 5 burgers. He's like, tell you what. If I ate all those burgers, I'd look like Wimpy from Popeye.
I mean, accurate?
And I was like, all right. And then he poked me in the shoulder and he goes, you remember Popeye or are you too young? And I was like, no, I remember Popeye. And he's like, all right, you got the taste. You got the taste. And I was like, thank you. And then he looked behind the counter and he's like, see, the kids these days, they got these weird cartoons. Back in my day, 70 years ago, it was a long time. I don't even remember. We had the good cartoons. We had Wimpy from Popeye. And then we were like, yeah. Yeah. And then he's like, all right, you guys have a good day. And we're like, you too. And he walked out and he got into he's a trucker. He got into like a big truck.
I can't even.
I
like that he's poking you and he's like harassing people.
He like poked me like, you got those cartoons? I was like, I don't know. I think so.
The worst part is knowing that I wasn't there to witness this because Lord, I know how you handle things like this. The look on your face must have been ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Him poking you, I can't even imagine what that would have
Here's the
looked
thing. If that guy had a YouTube channel where he reviewed fast food, I'd watch it. I'd be subscribed. No doubt.
Let me tell you about Wimpy.
Just
Now
him
Wimpy could eat a burger.
Just him driving in a truck talking about like old cartoons and eating fast food.
He wouldn't pay for it, but Wimpy could eat a burger.
That was pretty much my week.
Amazing.
And
I'm glad we had 2 very different weeks.
we did. Very different weeks. And so I get my first injection on Tuesday, so it'll be good. Yeehaw.
I just remembered we keep promising to watch this Nick Cage movie, and we have to watch it.
Oh yeah.
We have to watch this thing, Crendor.
We have to watch this thing. I gotta drink that Snoop Dogg wine.
Yeah, we need to set up a schedule.
Yeah.
We need to set up a time to watch.
We need a time.
Oh, man, we gotta. All right, we'll talk about it. I was about to say, what is your Friday, but I don't know what my Friday looks like.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out.
We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll tweet out.
Like a Saturday might be good. Saturday's more like people are available and like not doing anything.
And we can watch it during the day. We can get day drunk watching it.
Yeah.
That's better. That's more fun.
Yeah.
That way we can spend the rest of the day wondering why we watched it.
That's a great point.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Sounds good. All right. Well, speaking of good, that's a great transition, Jesse. Speaking of good, Honey is here to help you save money online, and that, my friends, is very good. Because Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. It supports over 30 1,000 stores online, ranging from techie sites to gaming products to popular fashion brands, even food delivery. Here's how it works. It's very, very simple. Go to the website you're like, you want to buy from, and while you're checking out, a little thing will bing pop down and be like, apply coupons, dog? And you'll be like, honey, do you have coupons for this? And they'll be like, of course I do. You wait a few seconds, and it will search for all the best coupons it can find, and if it finds working coupons, you'll watch those prices drop. Just bing, 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 and you'll be like, oh, thank you for making this cheap. And trust me, it works well. I use it all the time. The last time I used it was for pizza. Not even gonna lie. Honey is great. It has over 17 million members who have saved over $2 billion. So, if you want to get in on this, if you want to have Honey save you that money, I'm going to keep saying it because it rhymes and it feels good to say. Don't miss out on free savings. Right now, install it. It's totally free. It will install in a few seconds. And by getting it, you're doing yourself a solid and you're supporting us. If you want to do that, go to joinhoney.com/Cox. That's joinhoney.com/Cox. Also today, we're brought to you by Hellofresh. Speaking of promo codes, we have got one for you for Hellofresh. Hellofresh is the best way to get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door. Lets you skip the grocery trips, lets you cook at home in easy and fun and affordable ways. It's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh cuts the stress out of meal planning and, worrying about what you're going to find at the grocery store. And, especially right now, you can sit at home and enjoy cooking with the family. Or, let's be real, if you're like me, just yourself. Get food to the table in less than 30 minutes. It offers now even 10 20-minute meals, low prep recipes, breakfasts, lunches, all those things. And what's incredible about HelloFresh is the number of recipes they allow you to choose from each week. Crendor and I have talked about this before, about how even once you get those recipes, now you have all these new ideas with how to cook. And when you do end up getting different foods, you can mix and match and change. And, you have recipes that you love in your head. So if, you don't see that recipe on their list, you can just go out and make it yourself if you want to. Real talk. And you are becoming a better cook in the process. So a great example is, one of the ones I got is an oven-ready walnut crusted chicken.
Ooh.
It has broccoli. It comes with some bread to add to it's got a whole little thing set up, right? But also I was like, what if I got a pub-style shepherd's pie? What if I got a shepherd's pie? And I was like, done. Easy. Yeah, I want that too. Mostly because I'd never made shepherd's pie before, and I just kind of want to. If you want to jump in on this, go to hellofresh.com/Cox12 and use code Cox12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. Repeat, Cox12 for 12 free meals. It's over the course, I believe, of 4 weeks. hellofresh.com/Cox12 to get your meals today. Get food. All right, Crendor, let's go to chapter number 7. Let's gather Crendor. I was like, chapter. I forgot what the word was. Out there.
I feel like you're just getting worse and worse at these as the weeks go on. As you'd be like, go up to chapter. Yeah, I don't know. Weather's getting warmer out there, so you got more cars, got more boats, got more planes, got more everything. It's get a little crazy. So, just you keep your distance, be safe, get the old zip zap, and
How dare you? How dare you? This hurts so bad. How dare you?
Back, dude.
My poor tired arms. All right. Let's go over to weather. How's that weather?
Weather time. Let's see. We got let's go to the old YouTube podcast, youtube.com/Crendor podcast. If you want to listen on YouTube. And take a weather recommendation. We've got due weather for Hemel Hempstead in England. We have a big weird roundabout. In 2005, an oil depot here exploded. Apparently biggest explosion in Europe since World War II, and I think we were named one of the ugliest towns in the UK. And a friend of theirs got a gold archery at the Paralympics.
I mean, that's neat.
Yeah. All right. This is Hemel Hempstead. Currently in Hemel Hempstead, you got 40 degrees Fahrenheit. You're looking at a 36 degrees is what it's feeling like. You got pressure 30.48, 10-mile visibility, 7-mile-an-hour winds. You got your 32 dew point. You got your 0 on the UV index, and you got your moon phase bopping up at a waning gibbous. Over on the old 10-day, you got 59, 42, 43, 47, 52, 53, 50, 54, 55, 58, 59, 58. That's more than 10 days. Wait, what?
That is, yeah, that's more. You're right. That's more than 10 days.
It's more than 10 days, weather.com.
That's more than 10 days there.
With a lot of clouds and rain and a couple partly sunnies mixed in there. Wow, it's actually warmer here than it is in England. Well, at least in Hempstead.
I think because they're a little bit. Yeah, is Hempstead like northern England?
I don't know. Actually, let's see. Yeah, it's like here in Chicago, it's like 60s. It's great.
No, it's like right north of London.
Huh. Well,
Hemel Hempstead. I'm trying to look at pictures. I don't know. It doesn't look like. I'm looking at a beautiful garden. Who said this was the ugliest city?
that's probably like they voted it their own ugliest city or something.
I mean, I guess. I guess America has some pretty trashy cities. Maybe I'm comparing the wrong thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's just like it looks like an old seaport town or something.
Except it's not.
Except it's not. Maybe that's why. This looks like a
maybe
seaport.
Maybe because the industrial estate. There's an industrial estate that looks
maybe.
very like industrial, like an industrial park.
That's probably why the explosion thing happened. Because they're near the industrials.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, out of all the towns and things we're sent to, this one looks the most normal, but also the most bland. If that says anything.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, most of the towns are like Old Fart, Minnesota, and then you go there and it's like nothing's going on, but so little's going on. It's kind of quaint.
Yeah.
This just looks like a normal town.
Yeah.
It just looks so normal that it's like, I don't know.
Yes, you know what? We don't think you're ugly.
I'm looking up top 10 things to do, and here we go. Top 15.
All right,
Ooh, there's 15. All right. So, the number one thing to see in Hemel Hempstead in the UK, the Buddhist Monastery. All right. Well, there you go. That's number one. That says a lot about the entire area.
Yep.
The most interesting thing is the Buddhist Monastery. There's a park, a church, the Sunday market. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. No. Here's what I'll say. When the top 15 most interesting things to do in your town includes Cinema World, Cinema Hemel Hempstead, that's a problem. And the review is very comfortable seats, clean and good views. All right. All right. Best things to do, go see a movie. I mean, okay, can't fight that.
So that's the weather.
All right. Let's go to sports.
Sports time. So, in the world of sports, we've got baseball happening again. I'll give it some baseball facts. We've got Orioles 2-0, Rays 2-0, Tigers 2-0, Royals 2-0, Astros 2-0. Over in the NL, you got the Phillies 1-0, Cardinals 1-0, Brewers 1-0, Cubs won today. They're 1-1. Padres 2-0. So there's your undefeated teams so far. Over in the NBA, I watched the Bulls lose last night. That was fun, but they're pretty competitive against the Jazz. So, I mean, Jazz is the best team in the NBA, 37-11. So, I mean, even if you're competitive, that's pretty solid. Then the Suns 34-14, Clippers 32-18, Lakers 31-18, Nuggets 30-18, Trailblazers 29-19, Mavericks 26-21, and the Spurs at 24-22 are the top 8, which is a lot better than the East. The East is the Nets at 34-15, 76ers 33-15, Bucks 31-17, and then it falls off. Hornets 25-23, Hawks 25-24, Heat 25-24, Knicks 24-25, Celtics 24-25. So you've got some below 500 teams in the East at the bottom slots, and in the West, that's not the case. The Buffalo Sabres stopped losing, so that's pretty neat. They actually,
I believe it's because we complained about it. I think
so.
What happened there?
They are now 1-7-2 in their last 10s. They had a win and a couple ties, overtimes mixed in there. Good for them.
Yeah, change is coming. Believe, Buffalo.
Yep, believe. Lightning at the top. Capitals, Avalanche, and Maple Leafs are your top teams in the NHL. And I know there's the Summer Olympics check of the week. I believe they said it's going to happen now.
I heard this.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
They were just talking about running the torch.
Oh, were they? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw they were talking about setting up the torch run. So I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to. Here's the thing. I think I mentioned it before, but I like the Olympics as just a background thing while you're doing other things.
Sure.
Especially when I got my gallbladder out, that's when the Winter Olympics were happening. That was great. I was just on the couch being like, ugh, and then I'd be like, ooh, curling.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Mm-hmm. I feel the same way. I would watch the Olympics late at night in order to fall asleep. Yeah. If that says anything.
I'm saying it's great for that.
Yeah.
And all I want, of all the Olympics, we got to see this one. This is the Tokyo. This is the Super Mario Olympics, right? They're supposed to have crazy stuff.
I hope that's what it is. I hope that's what it is.
I hope so too. This is with robots and shit going crazy,
right? Yeah. The opening ceremony, I imagine, has to be domo domo domo, right? And then the robots come out, and then it's boo 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 boo, right? Every color is some mixture of purple, pink, and neon green. It's boo 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 boo. Right? I just want that.
I remember a year ago or so, we talked about the Tokyo Olympic mascots or 2 years.
The mascots are crazy looking. Yeah. I want crazy. That's what I'm here for.
I'm glad it's happening because I want to see the crazy. And that's
Don't we all? Okay, Crendor, what's our big news story of? I forgot we have to do
You
this.
forgot the fact.
Cool.
All right. You have forgotten the fact of the day. Here we go. I guess it's more like a fact of the week. Allergy season is getting longer and more intense each year.
You don't say.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who suffer from allergies, we got bad news. Allergy season's getting longer and more intense each year. According to a 2019 study, another unfortunate result of climate change, scientists have found that pollen counts across the northern hemisphere have increased over the last 20 years, and that pollen season is increasing 0.9 days a year worldwide. Wait, so it's just one day?
Yeah, but that still sucks, especially if you have allergies.
That's true. I got some.
Oh my God.
I got some grass pollen allergies.
Oh my eyes! The last month have been. If anyone watches my streams, I'm like, help my eyes. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, no, I get that too. Or I get the post nasal drip. You get it's a bad time. Not a fan.
Agreed. Zero fan.
You know what? I'm gonna throw in another fact just because I'm feeling crazy.
Did you find a better one? Is that what this is?
No, I just want to throw in another one.
Okay.
Kentucky has more bourbon than people.
I believe that.
Oh,
I believe that. Yeah.
If bourbon is your drink of choice, you might want to plan to go to Kentucky. That state is not only responsible for 95% of the world's bourbon, but there's also so much of it that 4.7 million barrels in the state distilleries outnumbers the 4.3 million people living in the area.
That sounds really accurate.
No, it definitely does. Wait, is bourbon whiskey or is it its own thing?
This is one of those, like, yes and no answers.
Both bourbon and whiskey are brown liquids. They look about the same, and to add to the possible confusion, if you just refer to bourbon as whiskey, you wouldn't be wrong. Bourbon is a type of whiskey, much the way that champagne is a type of wine. So all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. That's another fact we just learned. Look at that.
There you go.
3 facts.
We're just dropping fact bombs. That's how we roll.
Those are your facts.
All right, big news story. Hit me.
This one's big. You ready?
I'm waiting. Bated breath.
Ravens accused.
You came out the gate strong with that one.
I did.
Ravens.
Ravens accused of stealing groceries from Alaska Costco customers.
Why? For what purpose, Ravens?
They know what they're doing. It's not their first time, one customer said. They're very fat, so I think they've got a whole system there.
I need to see what just a fat raven looks like. I need to, like, I'm about to steal groceries. God, I'm gonna steal them groceries.
I think it was just a stock image of a raven. He doesn't look like super fat or anything.
I need to see, I need to see the raven that they noticed was fat. They just noticed, they were like, it's noticeably fat, this raven.
Anchorage, Alaska. Some Alaska Costco shoppers said that their groceries have been stolen by ravens in the parking lot. Matt Llewellyn said he was packing his groceries into his car, and when ravens swooped in to steal a short rib from his cart.
In the plastic and all, the whole thing? Just like...
One short rib.
Amazing.
I literally took 10 steps away and turned around. 2 ravens came down and grabbed one out of the package, ripped it off, and flew off with it.
Oh my God, they like went into the packaging and just took the short ribs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Amazing.
Llewellyn said the piece of meat was about 4 by 7, a sizable meal for a sizable bird. They know what they're doing. It's not their first time. Once he got back home, he noticed that one of the ravens had taken a poke at another rib, but did not rob it. I cut that meat out and I started marinating it, and my wife said, "That's gross. We should take it back." Costco actually took it back even after we had started marinating them and gave us a full refund.
That says a lot about Costco.
It does.
I mean, you know.
They're just like, oh yeah, the ravens.
It also says a lot about that guy who was like, it's just a raven, honey.
Additional raven thief sightings have emerged on social media. My parents were minding their business after a shop and made it home with one less steak, Kimberly Waller wrote on Facebook. The bird snatched it right out of the pack in the parking lot.
Oh, my God.
Anchorage resident Tamara Josie replied to Waller's post and referred to the ravens as calculating. She said ravens hovered her in an attempt to steal her groceries. I had 2 ravens, one that was on the car next to me, and he kept squawking real loud, Josie said. He would sit on the car and stare at me, then hop to the next to the bed of the truck on the other side, and he kept going back and forth. The other raven was on the ground. He kept trying to pull. I had those little mini melons you have in the mesh baggies. He kept trying to grab the netting and pull my melons off the cart.
This is like a really lame version of Jurassic Park, where the one raptor, they're like, clever girl, and the other one's stealing the melons. Yeah.
A raven started to fly in a circle around Josie until she got them to scram. He was waiting for another opportunity to grab the melons off the cart, but they never deterred. They just stayed posted, waiting for their next opportunity to steal something out of my cart. They're very dedicated to their mission, she added.
Yeah, they're like the Gone in 60 Seconds of, like, all right, let's ride. You know, they do the whole bit, and they
Raven
they
1 to
go
Raven
out
2. Raven 1 to Raven 2. Are you weird? I'm going in for the rib.
Yeah. Fast and Furious, but with ravens.
A manager at an Anchorage Costco declined to comment to the newspaper about the raven thieves. It's like, I'm not talking about this shit. This is crazy. These ravens will get me next.
Yeah, the Ravens are probably in on it with him.
Yeah.
We'll give you some of this steak if you. He's like, yeah, okay.
You don't talk about us, we don't harm you or your family. All right, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice steak you got there. It'd be a shame if something would have happened to it.
Aw. The Anchorage Audubon Society tallies the raven population every December. The group reported 923 common ravens in 2018, 621 in 2019, and 750 in 2020. Rick Sano, a former wildlife biologist with the State Department of Fish and Game, said hundreds of ravens fly to Anchorage in the winter for food. After winter turns to spring, most of the ravens leave. But before they do, the ravens stick around to pluck assorted meats, fruits, and vegetables. For years, they've watched people in the parking lots of grocery stores with all this food, Sano said. They know what a piece of fruit looks like in a grocery cart because they've seen it on the ground or seen it in a garbage can. That's it.
Amazing. They're learning.
They're learning. They're adapting. They're changing. The Ravens.
What?
Starring Nicolas Cage, coming in 2022.
I bet that'd be a good movie to drink to, let me tell you.
He just comes out. He's the owner of the store. He's just like, these goddamn ravens.
Get out of here, Ravens.
They'll be back.
Get out of here.
I'd watch it.
Yeah. All right, well, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening, watching, however you're enjoying this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
YouTube.com/Crendor Podcast. That's where I upload all these to YouTube. We also got them on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, other places. You probably know them. You can cut off the youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast and just do Cox and Crendor. You'll find all the animations on YouTube, funny haha animations. Also, check out our own stuff. We got youtube.com/Jesse Cox, youtube.com/Crendor, twitch.tv/Jesse Cox, twitch.tv/Crendor, twitter.com/Jesse Cox, twitter.com/Crendor, Facebook Jesse Cox, Facebook Crendor, Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor's Taken, Patreon Jesse Cox, Patreon Crendor. There's probably more. Warhammer Crendor, Goodnight Crendor. Jesse Makes Games.
Yep. So far, so good.
I think that's all I got.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you so much. Hey, leave us a review on whatever platform you listen on. Yeah, but make it a good one. Don't make it like one of those crappy reviews.
Yeah.
And
give it like a
kiss our butt a little.
A thumbs up, a 5-star, a subscribe, a playlist listen, and be like, man, if there's one thing I love, it's Ravens.
Yeah. And the Ravens won't come get you.
Yeah, make that your review, and then people will be like, this podcast about Ravens?
People will be like, they're suspiciously pro-Raven.
That's so Raven.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. We'll see y'all next time. And as always, to be continued.